Welcome back, guys. I was listening to a chat this morning and also one last night, and I'm hearing that Sharon's still using the death of her brother as a reason she's still using. Well, I know this is why she says she began using, but let me say this. I can understand the part where you say you started using because when I first began, I lost my mom, my marriage at the time fell apart. My whole family disappeared within 3 months. So I get the reasoning behind you starting drugs to numb your pain. But how do you continue to use this as a reason to use? This is no excuse. And I'm sorry, this is an excuse. At some point during these 27 years, you've had more than a moment of clarity. So why would you not go and get yourself some mental health? And as you said, the few days in rehab you spent, they prescribed you medication that could have helped you. But instead of you taking these drugs, you don't want those. You want the H instead. Why would you not, do something to deal with this? Get the help you need. You have every reason in the world to get help. First and foremost, your mother. And I'm sorry, she lost her son. And she didn't turn into an H addict. And that was her child. Sharon, you look for excuse after excuse, and this is what an addict does. But stop using the death, because it's not the death that's your issue. It's your attitude about yourself and not caring about anyone or anything except yourself. And I'm saying this because I went through a death. I went through two. Hell, I lost my dad at age 10. But at some point, you have to wake up and get the fuck back to a normal life. Go get the help you need to deal with and move forward. But instead of that, you would rather use that as your reason for doing the things you do. Again, no responsibility. No trying to be better. And that's the problem we all have. It's the lies. They're not trying. We clearly see, you want nothing to do with change in your life. You'll bust your butt for YouTube, but you won't take a few months out of your life to really get your life fixed. Why? Because you allowed your mental illness to tell you there's nothing wrong with you. You're this, you're that, you're a YouTuber. People love you, blah, blah, blah. Go get counseling and become the person that you think you already are, but are not. Go get mental health. That's where this needs to start. Then address your addiction, because until you realize that, everybody out here are not wrong. You will never see that. Nobody's against you in the way that you portray us. We're against what you're doing to people. You're lying. You're trying to play victim. All for views, so you can prey upon people's sympathy to get them in your pocket. So at some point, you can use them for money. You're no dumbass. You're very manipulative. You're a con artist. And this is your role. And you know that role very well because you played it for 20 some odd years. And if anyone can't see this, I hope I have enlightened you so that you can. And you're not her next victim. But please, guys, be very careful when dealing with her. Don't be a part of a death by overdose. Don't allow her in your pocket, because that's her goal. Your money, not a real friendship. That is, unless you're an active addict yourself. She has no morals. She doesn't care who she takes advantage of. All this is why, she needs to go get some mental health. So don't fall for her pretense of wanting a friendship, because she's out to scam people in the community. beware. And to sit and act like people are coming after you is just a bald-faced lie. It's bullshit. Once again, you come on and you call people every name under the sun. You talk about people like they're shit under your shoe. But the fact is, nobody's coming at you. We're exposing you is what we're doing, and you don't like that. You want everybody to think you're innocent, but everybody's not wrong, Sharon. You know the old saying, when you hear the same story coming from different people about somebody over and over and over, you can pretty much bet there's some truth to it. Well, guys, it's time to go. Y'all like, share, and subscribe, but let me say this before I go. Addiction is a hard, hard thing to overcome. Those who've made it out went through hell doing it. It's by no means easy. But as bad as Sharon and Maddie and many, many more are in their addiction, we still have to separate the person from the addiction. So I'm saying that to say this. Never give up on anyone. Try as hard in any way possible to get them to listen, to get them to get clean. It's worth it. They are worth it. Sharon, if you're listening, I truly, and I mean this from my heart, I truly hope you take a good look at what H has done to your life. I so want to see you get clean. Go get into mental health and take those meds. And then after you've done that for a while and they get in your system, go try to get clean. Please stop putting methadone and Suboxone in these meds. These meds have helped people get their lives back. Try it. You never know. You're not strong enough to do this without meds, and you already know this. Just try it. We're not against you. We're here for you as a human being. We won't give up on you, but we won't give in to you either. Just please, go get some help. Now, I'd also like to say this. She stated several times that the only time she's been clean in her life was when she was locked up. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes, guys. But to continue on YouTube doing the things that she's done in the past, it is not acceptable. No, it's not acceptable for any of us to come on here and just deliberately try to hurt somebody for no reason. And that's what she done. She wasn't out here doing these parodies for the fun of it. And I am thrilled that she's going to change that up and start doing other characters. That's the thing. That's what we were all upset about, Sharon. It wasn't the fact that you were doing parodies. Parodies are great. And I commend you for your talent. But don't make fun of somebody else's issues while doing those parodies. That's just uncalled for. It's hurtful. And you got to step back and take a look at it from everybody else's perspective. And, you say you've got all these friends and all these people out here who care about you. Well, if they really care about you, they won't continue to fund your habit. Stop funding her habit. She's not going to get clean as long as anybody is funding her habit. It's too easy to go buy that bag instead of going and getting the help that she truly needs. If you want to help someone, help somebody who's homeless. Help somebody who's trying to better their life. For instance, Homeless in America. As Mary stated on her channel, if he's willing to get out there and do the footwork and get a job. I saw him this morning. He said he needed some shoes, non-skid shoes. That'd be great. Help him. Buy his shoes. You can do that online too. There's no reason for anybody out here who's an active user to get upset. If we're sitting out here telling you, you know, people don't give